Everyone thought they already knew everything about Shen Yu and Wang, but what happened behind closed doors recently has fans completely emotional, confused, and honestly speechless. Because this time, it wasn't a drama scene, a scripted confession, or a promotional moment. This felt real. Too real. And when Shen Yu finally reacted after reading Wang's private love letter, nobody expected tears to follow. Before we continue, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join our Daishin family for more emotional updates, hidden moments, and stories fans can't stop talking about. For years, fans have watched the undeniable chemistry between Shen Yu and Wang grow from on-screen magic into something that feels deeper than acting. Ever since they captured hearts together, viewers noticed the small glances, the shy smiles, and those moments when words weren't needed because emotions were already visible. Some called it friendship. Others believed destiny was quietly unfolding right before everyone's eyes. But what many people don't know is that Wang has always been known among close friends as someone who struggles to express his deepest feelings publicly. He jokes, he teases, he laughs during interviews, yet when conversations turn emotional, he often hides behind humor. That's why fans were shocked when rumors surfaced that he had written a handwritten letter, not a message, not a text, but an old-fashioned love letter meant only for Shen Yu. Sources close to the situation reveal that the letter wasn't originally meant for public attention. It was something personal, written during a period when both stars were busy with separate schedules, long filming hours, and constant travel. Distance, as many fans noticed, had reduced their public interactions, leaving supporters wondering if the bond they once shared had faded. But apparently, the opposite was true. The letter reportedly arrived unexpectedly, delivered quietly without announcements or social media hints. Shen Yu received it during a private moment after finishing work, believing it was just another package from staff or friends. No cameras, no press, no preparation for what she was about to read. And then everything changed. According to insiders, the moment Shen Yu began reading Wang's words, her expression shifted almost immediately. The playful smile disappeared. Her eyes slowed across each line, as if she wanted to memorize every sentence. The room reportedly fell silent, and those nearby noticed she stopped halfway, covering her mouth as emotions began building. Fans later learned that the letter reflected on their journey, their first meetings, awkward rehearsals, shared laughter on set, and the unspoken understanding that grew between them over time. Wang reportedly wrote about how fame often separates people, but certain connections refuse to fade no matter how far life pulls them apart. He described Shen Yu as someone who grounded him during chaotic moments, someone who understood him without needing explanations. Instead of dramatic declarations, the letter focused on gratitude, memories, and feelings he had never publicly admitted before. And that was the moment Shen Yu cried. Not dramatic crying, not camera-ready tears, just quiet emotion, the kind that happens when someone realizes how deeply they've affected another person's life. Fans who later heard about the situation immediately connected it to past interviews where Shen Yu hinted that meaningful gestures mattered more to her than grand public displays. A handwritten letter, filled with sincere thoughts rather than headlines, seemed perfectly aligned with what she valued most. What makes this story even more touching is how different it feels from typical celebrity rumors. There were no staged announcements, no promotional campaigns, no dramatic press releases. Just two people connected by shared history and emotions that fans have sensed for years but never fully confirmed. Online communities quickly exploded with reactions once whispers of the letter spread. Some fans described it as proof that Daishin's bond has always been genuine. Others said the emotional reaction showed that whatever exists between them goes beyond professional partnership. Many longtime supporters remembered moments where Wang seemed unusually protective of Shen Yu during public appearances, subtly adjusting microphones for her, waiting for her answers during interviews, or watching her reactions before responding himself. Small gestures that once seemed ordinary suddenly gained new meaning. Was the letter a confession, a closure, or the beginning of something new? That question remains unanswered, and perhaps that mystery is exactly why fans can't stop talking about it. Interestingly, people close to both stars suggest that the letter didn't demand an immediate response. Instead, it expressed feelings without pressure, almost as if Dylan Wang simply wanted Shen Yu to know the truth, regardless of what happened next. That sincerity may explain why her reaction felt so emotional. Sometimes, hearing honest words after years of silence can be overwhelming. Observers also noticed subtle changes afterward. Shen Yu reportedly appeared more reflective during recent appearances, smiling softly whenever conversations touched on meaningful relationships or personal growth. Meanwhile, Dylan Wang maintained his usual playful image but seemed calmer, as though releasing emotions he had carried for a long time. Fans began revisiting old clips, analyzing every interaction again. A laugh here, a glance there. Moments once dismissed as coincidence suddenly looked intentional. Social media timelines filled with edits, theories, and heartfelt messages celebrating a connection that refuses to disappear. What makes the Daishin story unique is how naturally it evolved. Unlike relationships built through publicity, theirs feels rooted in shared experiences, long filming nights, career pressures, and growing up under public scrutiny together. They understand each other's world in ways few people can. And maybe that's why a simple letter carried so much weight. In an era dominated by instant communication, choosing to write feelings by hand feels almost revolutionary. It requires vulnerability, patience, and courage. Dylan Wang didn't rely on grand gestures or viral announcements. He chose sincerity. For Shen Yu, receiving those words may have felt like reopening memories she carefully protected. Tears don't always mean sadness. Sometimes they mean recognition. Recognizing how deeply someone cares, how long emotions have been quietly waiting to be spoken. Fans now wonder what comes next. Will they address the story publicly? Will the letter remain a private chapter between them? Or will this emotional moment eventually lead to a new beginning fans have hoped for since the very start? No official confirmation has been given, and perhaps that silence is intentional. Not every meaningful story needs immediate explanation. Some emotions are strongest when left personal. One thing is certain, the reaction from fans shows how powerful authentic connection can be. People aren't just invested in celebrity gossip, they're drawn to sincerity, to stories that remind them love doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrives folded inside an envelope, written carefully, waiting for the right person to read it. And somewhere between fame, distance, and years of shared memories, Dylan Wang's letter reminded everyone why Daishin continues to capture hearts worldwide.